guys, and welcome to a new video. I'm back, I guess. Woo! Today we are watching the first episode of the 18th season of Criminal Minds. Kind of just because I felt like it. I haven't seen the 18th season yet. I have seen all the other seasons, but I haven't seen the 18th season, so the most recent season that's out, I think, at least in Germany. So yeah, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch episode 1 today, so yeah. Just lean back, kick up your feet. Let's get into it. Oh, by the way, if any of you speak German, I also have a German channel that's been like a little bit more active lately than this one, because this one was kind of dead for a while. Again. So yeah, I'm gonna link it in the info box. Just go and check that out. I'm talking about like books and TV shows and movies over there, and yeah, it's less of reaction content, more of like talking about shit, but yeah, go and check it out if you speak German and are interested in that. So yeah, let's go. This episode contains disturbing content including suicide and loss of life. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been advised, guys.
The DOJ is prepared to...
Also, I heard that, like, oh my god, what is Agent Coulson doing here? I did not remember him at all. He was in the last season? I didn't remember him. Suddenly, it's like sudden Agent Coulson is just here. What the fuck? Okay. Also, what I want to say, I heard that, like, in this season, Spencer comes back, which is great, because I really fucking missed him, okay? I missed him so fucking much. Oh my god. I missed him. I'm so happy that he's gonna come back. I hope it's gonna be like longer than an episode. I know that he's at least in one episode, I think. I really hope it's gonna be longer than an episode, and I really hope that like he's coming back for good, so he'll be in season 19 and so on. I don't know. For sure, I haven't like heard anything about it. I also haven't really looked for it. If any of you have like insider infos about that, write it in the comments. But like I love him. I missed him so fucking much. I can't wait for him to come back. Okay, let's continue with Agent Coulson. What the fuck is he doing here?
To be transferred to FCI Collimore, a minimum security federal prison.
Is it weird?
You're doing minimum secure... I think I remember this. I'm not sure. It's obviously a recap. It's been a while since I watched the last season. I think I watched the last season when it came out. You're putting a fucking serial killer who has outsmarted you for a long fucking while, and who, like, obviously has been extremely fucking smart about everything. You're putting him in a minimal security prison and just hope that he stays there? What the fuck? That's just stupid. That's just plain stupid. Okay, I don't exactly remember the context for that. But in general, I would think that, like, a serial killer would, like, do very well in general population, because, like, everyone's fucking scared of them. And I feel like serial killers are probably, like, very fucking high in the hierarchy in prison, right? I feel like murderers are really high up. I feel like serial killers should be they should be the top of the food chain in prison, no? Oh, 6 months. Okay, so it's been 6 months since the last episode. Good to know.
40.
Yeah, don't talk to creepy guys in parking lots. Do not ever stop for creepy people in parking lots. Don't ever stop for people in parking lots, to be honest. Just don't. Just don't do it. It doesn't matter what kind of, like, person it is. Just don't stop for random people in parking lots. Just don't. I think that way you might survive.
Get home safe.
Wow, the officer just believes him. Damn.
Wow.
He just basically, like, the officer basically just helped in this crime. He just got the officer to help in his crime. That is insane.
Speaks to cause and manner of death, which helps establish a signature.
Why the fuck are we telling this to, like, an innocent bystander? Like, I understand you're telling this to police guy. I get that. I totally get that. But don't you want to, like, get the innocent bystander just found the body out of there before you, like, reveal all the information you fucking have? She doesn't need to know that.
Can you stop him?
Why would a police guy ask the FBI people if they can stop him? They're obviously trying to. They're gonna be doing their best. They're hoping they can. You should know this. You're police too. That's a weird question to ask. Like, seriously, weird question to ask.
All right, we're on the record.
Internal affairs in these movies are always, and these TV shows are always kind of the villains, right? But, like, honestly, they're basically there to like make sure that like cops don't like act out and or FBI agents like don't act out and like abuse their powers and shit. So they're honestly like they're there like I feel like they're there as like a system to make like as a security system against power abuse. So kind of shitty that they're always portrayed as the bad guys in these movies and TV shows.
I played no role in it happening.
Yes, you've been remarkably consistent. Just
Why are you so sure that like he had anything to do with it? It was an assault in prison. That happens a lot. Like if these guys didn't like him, then like it happens. It doesn't mean he had anything to do with it. Like he could, but like it might as well also be just a normal assault. Why are you investigating this so thoroughly?
who was attacked by two cannabis distributors who made the mistake of crossing state lines.
So what's your question?
Maybe they heard what he did and were really fucking pissed. Maybe they like have any connection to someone he killed. Maybe they don't like serial killers. Why is he being questioned?
All of them died at the hands of other prisoners because you build prison cred by spilling blood like yours.
First off, okay, great. I actually thought that like serial killers are like way more safe, like at the top of the food chain, and like no one wants to touch them. That would have been my thought. Like they would be the safest in prison, at least by other prisoners. Secondly, so far he's only saying facts, so you're allowed to threaten a prisoner, or yeah, he told him facts. He doesn't like Eliaswald. He told him fucking facts. What's your problem there? It's like, oh my god, they pretend like him telling him facts meant that he made him attack him, but Rossi literally told him facts and then these facts happened. If I say the sun is gonna shine on Friday because I know that my app told me that the sun is gonna shine on Friday and the sun shines on Friday, I didn't make the sun shine on Friday. What the fuck? This is bothering me.
You told Voight exactly what would happen to him.
Yeah, because he told him fucking facts. If I say, I don't know, if you name your kid, I don't know, plastic bag, that he's gonna be bullied in like kindergarten and preschool, and then he gets bullied in kindergarten and preschool because you named him plastic bag, that doesn't mean that I made the kids bully him in kindergarten and preschool. What the fuck are we talking here about? This is bothering the shit out of me right now.
It's my job to predict antisocial
Yeah,
behavior.
literally.
And can you provide any evidence that you weren't responsible for the attack on Voight?
I
Yeah, he can't prove a negative. What the fuck?
can't. If I wanted Elias Voight dead, he would be dead.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, and he's not dead, is he?
It would be really, really fucking bad if he died now.
It's so weird. He's so non-psychopathic. You know, sometimes
She's having gigantic earrings with Game Boys on them. I could not be doing this. This must weigh down her ears so fucking much. I could never.
Okay, this has to do with the pH of the water, right?
Yeah. Ocean water pH is about 8.1. The more alkaline the water, the higher the pH, the more it stains the teeth. And the most common cause of this kind of swimmer's calculus is
Chlorine.
Bingo.
I love that they always explain this, because otherwise I would be sitting here like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's drowning them in his own backyard.
In a kiddie pool. Okay, no kiddie pool. Too bad.
There's nothing in there that proves that I didn't have Voight shanked.
Shouldn't it be in general, like, innocent until proven guilty? There's nothing in there that proves that Rossi didn't have him shanked, but they also have nothing that proves that Rossi did have him shanked. So, like, he should be innocent. They don't have anything that proves otherwise.
Makes sense.
if Voight had another weapon.
Cool, where is it?
I need to get into that laundry room. Can you make that happen?
Where's the other
Yes,
weapon?
why?
You just make it happen.
He needs to look for the other weapon. Obviously, there was no other weapon found, but he needed to have one, so he's gonna look for the other weapon.
64% of them fear open water, so...
I feel the
What you're saying is
open
something
water fear.
drowning
Yeah.
related happened to this guy, and now he's revisiting
It's fucking
it on
scary.
everyone
You don't
he
know
cares.
what's under you.
How do you know there is a killer? I haven't seen anything about it in the papers.
Well, you wouldn't. We don't...
I haven't seen anything about it in the papers. Well, that's good because it's... how would we know, not the papers? Maybe when we didn't tell the papers, considering, you know, that we are the ones, you know, talking to the papers when stuff like this happens. You know, we're the one, the source, and the, like, papers get information from us. I don't know. How would we know, but the papers won't? What the fuck?
Okay, here we go. Now we look for their micro-expression.
Is this legal? This doesn't feel legal.
We don't sell our data. The company's very clear about that in its terms of service.
It wouldn't be
The
selling.
breach?
You also, like, wouldn't be selling the data. You, like, if you don't sell it to them, but just, like, give it to them, that's not selling the data. So, theoretically, you wouldn't work against your agreements. You wouldn't break them. Just saying.
Down when she said kill.
Companies pay big money for your users. We
And he
have
looks kinda
accepted that
guilty,
as a
to be
part of the
honest.
digital economy, but what we don't expect
He could be the weak link. He looked kind of guilty, like sad, you know, about it. So he could be a weak link. I'm not saying I don't think he's the killer, but he could be a weak link. It's a bottle opener. Great gift.
Turn it over.
A birthday. I'm sorry, but like it's cute and everything, but like it's if I got that right, then it's a birthday that like ends on a 0, right? Like it's a full one, like a decade, another one. So I don't know. It's a little anticlimactic for that, isn't it? I don't know. I'm used to like people like having like getting these great big gifts for their decade birthdays, you know. And so like bottle opener is quite fun for like a normal birthday, but like for one that ends on a 0, I'm used to like people like going all out. So I don't know. That felt weird. Like what how much does like a bottle opener with like a little inscription on it, how much does this cost? $20, I guess? Maybe? Like don't get me wrong, it's really fun and it's really cute and it's way better than nothing. But like this is and it's would have been totally fine and great for like a normal birthday, but like it's a birthday that like ends on a 0, so I don't know. I would have like expected like something bigger, you know?
Oh, these are awesome.
Okay, first off, that's scary. Second off, I really hope that guy has a gun, because otherwise, how exactly is he hoping to overpower 3 people? Ah, okay, that's how. They have a really slow reaction time, to be honest. The element of surprise was all he had. If he hadn't had the element of surprise, he would not have made that. He wouldn't have won. I'm sorry. There was 3 people in one, and he like had 1 spray bottle. That wouldn't have worked. If he hadn't had the element of surprise, this would not have worked. Does he have a gun? Oh, okay, now he has a gun.
No. I'm not gonna let you do this.
Okay, now you're dead. Yeah, I'm sorry, now he has a gun, and he has the advantage of distance between you. If he would have stood closer, I would have said, okay, risk it, try to take the gun from him, it's 3, we won, you know? I would have said risk it, but like, he has the advantage of distance. You're not getting there before he shoots. That is not happening. So, yeah, right now he has the upper hand. He has a gun now. Sucks. You gotta wait for your opportunity, guys. This was not it. Now he's dead. And now the 2 of them are alone. He should have waited for his opportunity. That was not his opportunity. This dude had a gun in his hand and the distance on his side. This was not his opportunity to say, no, we're not doing that. That was just not it. That was just stupid. Now all he did was die faster and leave the 2 of them alone. Perfect. Great. That was not smart. People really need to start acting with their heads. I know, this is like a high pressure fear situation, so it's like really hard to like think with your head, obviously. We're just disregarding this for right now, okay? That was stupid. Okay, can you like take some of your clothes off? Like, I don't know, he didn't say you weren't allowed to take your clothes off, you know? So, like, fuck this dude. Like, I would literally take my clothes off because the less clothes you wear, the less it's weighing you down. It's way harder and, like, more exhausting to, like, swim when you're clothes. So I would just take them off. Fuck this dude.
And take off your clothes. Anything's gonna weigh you down.
Yes! Thank you. See, she's thinking with her head, okay? She is thinking with her head. Thank you very much. That was smart. I agree.
Stop. Stop talking.
Yeah, it's not smart.
All of it.
See, the mother is fucking smart. She is calm, she is smart, she is thinking with her head, and I love it. Also, if you're like getting angry with him, I kind of feel like that is what he wants. He's gonna enjoy that. So like, better not show him like anger or fear, because in this situation, anger is mostly also because you're afraid. So like, just don't show him. Don't give him the fucking satisfaction. Honestly, stay calm. So wait for your moment. It's gonna come at some point.
I checked their records. They were going to be in there for a while.
So they were enticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So, if Rossi can find that out, then the internal affairs thing can find that out, which means, like, it's not that, like, big of a jump to think that they just acted on their own and want to kill him. And it's not that hard to find out that someone's in there and then a false identity. If you have connections, you have connections, you know?
Are you reading him a bedtime story?
Oh, right. Right, Luke kind of became the Morgan replacement as Penelope's, like, hot best friend with the weird sexual chemistry. Not weird, with the sexual chemistry that somehow doesn't lead to more because they're just hot best friends. Right, I forgot. He became the new Morgan. Stuff. Okay. What?
A soul.
Oh, come on, Penelope.
I know. He's a psychopath. All I can do is tell you what I saw, and I saw an ember of something.
I mean, it fits with the character, but still, come on,
Okay.
Penelope.
Custom pool, 7 feet on it.
Right, now can you do more than
Can
one
you really
search at a
search
time?
for that?
Ooh, science says asking a dumb question.
Like, I get it, like hacking stuff and all of that, but theoretically, is that information really on the internet? Like, are there really like all custom pools that are this size in the specific area? Are they on the internet? Like, is all of that information really on the internet, and so you can just search for that? Because, like, this feels, like, awfully specific. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet. I'm not saying that. But, like, are really all custom pools that are these sizes in that area on the internet? Or are you basically just searching somehow through Google Maps to, like, see all of the pools that, like, match the size in that area? That would be the only thing where I would be like, okay, that's how you can find that out. But other than that, is that really on the internet? Like, could you, like, is that information on the internet? Why would that information be on the internet? Like, if I have a custom pool, I'm not putting that on the internet. What reason would I have to put that on the internet? Like, I could, like, maybe if I ordered it on, like, some website, you know, that would be how that worked. But let's say, I'm one of the few people that, like, actually like drove to some like firm that does those pool things, and I make like all the paperwork with them. They have that in their internal system that I have that pool size of a pool, and they've sent someone who does that in through their internal system, but there's like no paper trail of it outside of their internal system on the internet that I have a 7 feet custom made pool. Because I went to that firm, and that firm handled all of it in their own intranet. Right? So, that information wouldn't be on the internet. Unless, like I said, through Google Maps? Or are you saying that, like, Penelope in her search also breaks into, like, all pool companies that could possibly, like, into the internet of all pool companies that could possibly build, like, such a custom-made pool in that area?
Lifeguard incident reports in the area.
Double quest. Here we
That
go.
makes sense. That you could probably do. Okay, why are they paddling with their arms and their feet at once? You're dispersing way more energy when you could actually keep yourself up with either paddling with your feet or with your arms. You could just vary between those two, you know? Like, paddle, I don't know, 10 minutes with just your feet, and then paddle 10 minutes with your arms, and then 10 minutes with just your feet again, you know? That way you don't, like, you're not using energy for both. This is, like, not like water that like it's not open water where like you need to like stabilize yourself or use all your energy to keep yourself up because like there are waves coming or shit like that. You could just tread with either your feet or your arms. You do like you could just vary. That way you're dispersing less energy, aren't you? I don't know. Yeah, see, waiting for the opportunity. Yeah, now be faster about it. That wasn't fast enough. Also, once again, even if she got out, he still had the gun. He could still shoot her outside of that thing. You're not swimming away from him. He has the, like, advantage when it comes to distance. You should have, like, both the only way, like, that could have made sense if you both gang up on him in that moment and, like, swim towards him. Try to either throw him into the water, push him, like, pull him away from the gun, the other one gets the gun, something like that, you know? Swimming away from him doesn't make sense. You're not fucking Flash, okay? You are not getting away from his gun. The gun has a very, very, like, large distance it can shoot. So, like, he really very much, like, has the advantage when it comes to distance. So you're not giving him that advantage. You're, like, instead, you're, like, not using, you're doing the opposite. You're getting closer. Trying to get the gun away from him. Trying to get him away from the gun. Because, you're not running away from that gun. You are not fucking Flash. Okay? You are not Flash. You are not getting away from that gun. It's not happening. You need to get the gun away from him. Yeah, right. They could also just float. Why are they not floating? It's also easier. You don't disperse much energy if you're floating. I didn't even think of that. You could just float. That's true. They could still float, could they not? Okay, so I don't know this for sure because I have never tried this, but they could still float, theoretically. They would use less air because they're not exerting themselves, so that would be better. Their face would not be as close to the plastic thingy. A plane? Is it called plane? You know the thing. So, like, that should be working, and they're not moving so much, so they're not exerting yourself, and they still, like, it's not like it would take up more space towards, like, between the water and the thing that's above them. Oh my god, it's bothering me that I don't know what the word for it is. Is it a plane? It's not a plane. Wait, I'm googling this. This is bothering the shit out of me. Foil. Okay, why did I think plane? What did I think of? Okay, between them and the foil, you know? So, like, theoretically they should still be able to float, right? Like, this foil, like, didn't change the water itself. It's just above the water. So they should theoretically still be able to float. Should they not? I don't know, I've never tried it. But theoretically, it shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, not panicking. You're exerting way more energy.
You're not.
And you're using up more air. That's also not good. Breathing. Yeah, I love the mother. She is very good. I love the mother.
Slow it down.
She is very good at being calm and thinking in this situation. And staying rational. I very much like the mother.
Drowned under their pool tarp. The only suspect was their son.
Tarp! That is the word I was looking for. Tarp. Okay.
Glenn. He was 10.
Why did I think of plane?
Wait.
Plane is the fucking thing that flies in the air, or there's also like the plane that is like a landscape. Why did I think of plane? It's tarp. I don't know. I'm going to Google this again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to Google this again. Okay, so I thought of plane because I just decided to use the fucking German word and pronounce it English. Perfect. So it's tarp. Okay. And I was like, yeah, plane exists, but it's the flying object or the landscape. It is not a tarp. Are we saying that dude killed his own family, or are we saying... I'm not sure. I haven't really listened to them right this second. I was too invested in why the fuck I thought plane was the name for the tarp. However, are we thinking like he killed his own family, or are we thinking he's traumatized from his own family dying?
I know.
You know what would bother the shit out of me in this situation? And like, other than like being fucking afraid that I will die and drown, you know what will bother the fucking of me out? You know what will bother me in the situation so fucking much? The feeling when your like fingers and toes, they like the skin on it starts shriveling. Oh my god, I can't stand that feeling. Oh my god, I'm even like, no, I'm even like getting like negative goosebumps. Or I'm even shivering. I'm at the thought right now. Okay, I can't stand that. I find that terrible, so disgusting. Such a weird, uncomfortable feeling. I could not, and they would most definitely had that. So that was bother the shit out of me. That would like be terrible. That would bother the shit out of me. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh. I just literally, I just shiver. Like, I just had the whole body shiver. You know, when you think of, like, the same thing you have, like, when, like, when you have that squeaking sound when you, like, use, like, charcoal on, like, a board. Ugh. Ugh. I can't. I would have that feeling constantly the entire time, so this would fucking bother the shit out of me. Maybe more than probably dying. Wow, that is fucking traumatizing. Yeah, not a time to like get, not a time to have emotions, mom. Please stay rational. You can't both freak out. That's just not, that can't be happening. It's not a time. Get like grieving later. If you survive this, you can grieve then. If you don't survive this, you're dead anyways. You're gonna join him. So, grieving, just gonna have to wait till later.
I can take a turn. It'll just tire us out fast.
Like, honestly, this is really bothering me. Could you float while a tarp is over the water? What are we asking ChatGPT? Let's ask ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT knows this because it's bothering me. Okay, so ChatGPT agrees with me. This it would actually be theoretically possible that you could just float in the water. You do not have to do what they are doing. If you can do what they are doing, then you could also just float. That's completely like fine. You could just do that. The like risk comes from like the tarp itself. That like, of course, for one, that the oxygen like gets less and less under there, and the tarp could like come down with time, so you have like less space. But that also happens if you like swim like they are, so that has nothing to do with the fucking floating. So you could just float. I am right. What they are doing is stupid. They could just float and not move. And like conserve energy and also oxygen. So this is just stupid. He didn't stop them from floating. They could just float. The GPT is agreeing with me. Great. So I was right. I love being told I'm right. I'm also probably on a list right now, because my question might have been a little bit suspicious. If anyone like sees this, who also, I don't know, checks the ChatGPT like stuff and sees that I was put on list, I'm not dangerous. I was merely Googling for like Criminal Minds purposes and me being curious. I do not plan on putting someone under the pool tub. I don't. Okay? I don't plan on doing this. I really don't. I don't even have a pool. Just saying.
Faster.
I am not a serial killer. Oh, so they're hanging themselves in there. You know, yeah. They could also just put several holes in there so that the air under there gets better, and then they could just do the floating thing I said before, because this is really suspicious. But like, if they just put several holes in it, then the air would get better. They could like get close to one of those holes, the air would get better, they would get more oxygen, so they wouldn't die from like lack of oxygen, and then they could just fucking float. Like I googled, ChatGPT agrees with me, they could just fucking float. Wait, I want to know how long a person can theoretically float in water. Okay, so my approach would actually be the most efficient one, because they would, like, if they just floated, they could float a long fucking while, because they, like, basically lose no energy whatsoever. So, like, if the water isn't, like, you know, so if there's enough oxygen, which there would be if they put holes in the thing, if the water isn't so cold that they basically die from, you know, the coldness, if they don't die from dehydration, and they're not panicking, they could literally float several days. Okay? Because you can fucking sleep while you're floating, apparently. At least ChatGPT said. I'm not sure about that, but they could literally, theoretically float several days. And the body would have enough energy for that, because you basically don't use any energy when you're floating, or almost none, you know? So, yeah, if the only things that, like, could really hurt them is lack of oxygen, which they can solve by, like, putting holes into the thing. And, yeah. Sleep isn't great, because if you sleep, then you lose control of like how you're floating, you know. Also, they would only like need to outlast him, so there's that. Then dehydration would of course be a thing, because you can also dehydrate while you are floating in water, because you can't drink the pool water, of course. So yeah, and mental like exhaustion, but like, if you're just looking like at energy and them being so exhausted that they can't swimming anymore, they could last several fucking days with floating, so it would still be a much more efficient way than fucking swimming. They should be should put holes into that thing, and then they should be floating. That way they won't die from exhaustion, at least. You know? They could, maybe, they just have to outlast him, so yeah. Or maybe it gets, like, he gets annoyed because it takes too long, and then he'll just kill them with, like, a bullet. But that's also better than drowning, so there you go. All the problems would be fucking solved. They would just float instead of swimming. Why aren't they floating? They did it for a second. You know, this would annoy me much less if they, like, didn't do it for at least a second, you know, before he, like, moved the top. They did that. They knew they could do that, like, so they knew that was an option. If they didn't know that it was an option, I would be like, okay, they just didn't think of it. But they literally thought of it. Before he pulled out the top, they literally thought, yeah, let's just float. That uses less energy. And they did that. And then he put out the top, and then they just gave up on that idea immediately. And I'm really, really pissed about it. I'm really pissed because they thought of it, you know? I would be less pissed about this if they didn't think of it, but they thought of it and then just immediately lost the idea again. That's bothering the fuck out of me right now. Ow. When did she get shot? I didn't see that. Did she get shot while she was already in the water? Because... okay, also, just like, that was really fuck up with their hearing. Like, the only thing, like, if they're already this deep in the water when she got shot, the bullet would not hurt her like this, because it, like, the bullet in water gets slowed down so fucking much. Like, it's basically, like, I think a few, not even a few meters, I think, like, I don't know, like, it's really, like, a centimeters. I'm not even sure it makes it an entire meter, I'm not sure. But I know that it's, like, slowed down in water so fucking much that, like, even if you're, like, a meter or two under the water, the bullet is basically, it means nothing. It has like no velocity anymore. It means nothing. It's like it won't do anything if it hits you. It just won't do anything. It's useless. So like, did she get hit while they were already like still on top up there? Because otherwise this might be like wrong. This would not be happening. I don't know. I didn't see when she got hit. So yeah. That said, also, what a bullet would very much do is it would very much fuck up their hearing. Because the bullet, like, hitting... No, wait. Never mind. I don't think it would fuck up the hearing. I think it only applies when the gun is shot in the water. And the gun is shot outside of the water, so... It has nothing to do with the hearing. Never mind, their hearing is fine. The thing with the hearing only applies when the gun is shot in the water. Don't go into the light. Okay, the dad's gone, but they're both fine, so that's great.
Hey, nice work.
Thanks, man.
You know, the dad would also be fine if he, hadn't decided to provoke the guy with the gun while the guy with the gun was standing a few feet away and had clearly every fucking advantage. That was just stupid. He died of stupidity. He didn't even die because of that serial killer. He died because of stupidity.
You want to leave the BAU?
Oh, well,
It's not forever. No, it's just 5 years.
Is he like still together with Penelope? Like, are him and Penelope still a thing? I remember that they like got together and had sex. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember. Are they still together? I honestly don't remember if they're still together. Or 10 in total. Okay, 10 in total. So only a decade. Great. So when did all of them join the fucking FBI? Because, like, they've been in a BAU for a while. And they're not that fucking old. Yeah, also, Reed was in the BAU at the beginning, from, like, starting in the FBI, right? He was, like, 20? Wasn't he 20 at the beginning of the first season? He hadn't been in the FBI for 10 years, because then he would have started in the FBI at 10. Just saying. So, yeah. Also, I doubt that Jennifer Giroux also was, like, a marketing specialist with them first before she joined. And there weren't 10 years before she, like, became an agent. There wasn't 10 years between those. Emily also, like, it applies for basically none of them, does it? Emily didn't work for the FBI for 10 years before that. That would mean when she joined, she was at least 30. This would make her 45 now. Okay, that could track. With Emily, it could track, but with a lot of the others, it wouldn't. It's not tracking.
So, do you buy what you're selling?
No. Cool. But how is he doing that from a coma? That's my only question. I'm not questioning that he's doing it. My question is how he's doing it from a coma, and how the coma was part of his plan. Didn't he also have a family? What happened to them? He is gonna wake up, or be already awake and only pretend to sleep. Told you he's awake.